Umunem, good evening. My heart is filled with joy to bring to you this good news. I announce to you the first Prime Minister of the Biafra in exile in the person of Mr. Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. We are glad to have our own as the Prime Minister. It's not an easy job. It's not going to be an easy job, but we believe with the help of God Almighty by his side, everything is going to go well and perfectly. What we have to do is to join force, give him our support, give him everything he needs. Congratulations, Simon Ekpa, on the coronation of the first Prime Minister, first ever Prime Minister of the Biafran in exile. What I want us to know is that our liberation, our freedom is close. It's not far from now. Our freedom is very close. That's why things are working out the way they are working out. Let's sit tight. Let's put everything in order. Let's make sure we are ready, because our freedom is close. Our struggles are going to come to an end. We are happy to announce to you that Simon Ekpa is the Prime Minister of the Biafran land. Let's hear his first speech as the Prime Minister and hear what he has to say. Go to the comment section, drop your comments, give us a like, give us a thumbs up as we bring to you trending news on Biafra land. Let's go. Over to you, sir.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, fellow Biafrans all over the world. This is another powerful and very, very important day in the struggle and the fight to liberate Biafra from Nigeria. I am very privileged today to address Biafrans, the first address as a sole Prime Minister or a shadow Prime Minister or a Prime Minister of the Biafra government in exile, properly addressed as the Biafra Republic government in exile, headquartered in the United States. My fellow Biafrans, a lot has happened for the past 2 years, and when we smile, our enemy trembles. I want to inform you today that Biafra people, having gone through a lot in Nigeria state, we have decided to take a very, very decisive decisions and step to make sure that the life of the Biafra people in the current Niger area is safe and secured. My fellow Biafrans, a true soldier prays for peace. And the Biafra people of today have exercised that particular powerful adage of a true soldier prays for peace. But in return, we have been paid back by the Nigeria terrorist state in the most unacceptable, inhumane treatment. I want to first of all congratulate all the elected officials of the Biafra Republic government in exile that has been elected to serve the Biafra people in their different capacities. My fellow Biafrans and listeners, media personnel, government officials that have logged into this particular State of the Nation address today, I want to remind every one of us watching this program that the aftermath of the Nigeria election has shown that Biafra people are endangered people within the Nigeria state. We've watched how Biafrans were killed in Lagos, their businesses burned by the Lagos state-sponsored arsonists, and because they are government arsonists, both the ones we know that directly issued threats on social media and the ones we do not know, no single arrest has been made. Not even a statement of condemnation from those who were elected into different offices in Lagos State or in other parts of Nigeria. None of these people has made a statement condemning the actions of government-sponsored arsonists against Biafra businesses in Lagos and across other parts of Nigeria. Other ethnic nationalities watched Biafra cried helplessly in Lagos and other parts of the north. No one come to their rescue. We'll all watch how the Eze of Ajao Estate, who summoned the courage to issue a courageous statement, how he was arrested, humiliated, assaulted by the DSS. And according to the intel we are getting, he has been arraigned and remanded in the prison. Very, very fast. We all have seen all the inhuman treatment being meted against Biafran people across board in Nigeria. When the P2B comment of religious war, which was very factual, was leaked to the public, every person wanted him dead. But in the same Nigeria, we've all watched and listened to a threat coming from a present and current sitting governor of Kaduna State. And I want every one of you to listen to this particular video.
The behalf of interference, where countries intervene militarily. We've done that in Sierra Leone, in Liberia, but we only did so because we had the international community actually appealing to Nigeria to go in and restore order in that place. And it cost us a lot of money and lives, and we never got anything for it. We did it out of good neighborliness. Okay, those that are calling for anyone to come and intervene in Nigeria, we are waiting for the person that will come and intervene. They will go back for the banks. Because nobody will come to Nigeria and tell us how to run our country. We've got that independence, and we are trying to run our country as decently as possible. And we know the history of those countries that are trying to teach us these things. We have known their history. We also know at all stages of development, they went through these challenges. So please, let's work together. Let's advise one another.
This is the current governor of Kaduna State issuing a threat to international community that those who dare to come to Nigeria to intervene in the Boko Haram onslaught and genocide and killings of the Nigeria indigenous nationalities, they are all going to go back in their body bags. This man, after this comment, remained the governor in a state in Nigeria. And P2B is being persecuted, and they are calling for the arrest for saying the fact. It is just a proof of how the Biafra people have become a endangered people within the Nigeria state. A few weeks ago, we all watched from our different homes and from our different state of abode how Biafra people went to the street to protest in the city of Aba just 2 weeks or 1.5 weeks ago, and over 30 persons were killed in cold blood by the Nigeria state. We listened to the leaked audio of Shetima, the Shetima threat against Ndibo in Lagos, how they will destroy their businesses and take over their businesses in what I call economic jihad. Today, we see that happening as well. We see that the businesses of Ndibo has been destroyed. Many of them has been burnt, and the Oba of Lagos in Surulere has started to implement the threat of Shetima, whereby every other ethnic nationality residing in Lagos will be buying land or paying for the landed properties or land with a very low price, while the Biafra people will be charged in the highest extreme. And today, the Oba of Surulere have sold many properties belonging to Biafra people in Lagos. And this is a country that The Nigeria people no longer want Biafra to be part, and yet they refuse to allow us to go. It is an evidence of Biafra becoming an endangered people in Nigeria. And I want everyone to listen to this audio.
More than human beings? Human being. Good. Two, if you put fuel and food by the side, which one is consumed more? In food now. Good. And we have food. So Igbos are actually helping themselves. Let me tell you, even in your what Obama said that we are pushing them to the market. Some were telling me when I was in Lagos last weekend that when we were in charge of Lagos as federal cap, that open room for Igbos to come and dominate them, and it's over now. And it's over. All the businesses Igbos are doing, we are going to bring it. And do you get me? Fashola for the past 5 years have refused to approve any industry, especially pharmaceutical, to Igbo people. Find out.
You are right. I get you. Are right.
Do you get me?
Right.
So the Yorubas in these 4 years, that's what we are telling ourselves. If we in the north want to be useless again, let us be. But the Yoruba people in the 4 years, they want to control their land completely. That's why Buhari have to sign that Lagos is going to be given special status. We are going to have a kind of semi-regional system. Lagos is going to have special status. It means nobody again will control Lagos. The indigenous of Lagos are the ones that are going to control Lagos. They can form land policies. Do you get me? They may decide to say, you as a Yoruba man in Lagos, you will pay 5,000 naira per annum for a land. As naira is. Me as a Hausa man, I will pay 10,000 naira. Igbo man will pay 1 million naira. This is why they are heading for. Do you get me? So now, unfortunately, again, the attitude of the Igbos have made the illiterate northerners who have not gone to school to realize now, I said they are powerful. They are the one who give these people land to stay. They are the one who give them food.
All right, you've just listened to the audio of the just elected Vice President of Nigeria in the name of Shetima. There has been an allegation against Shetima, which has been proven that he was the founder of Boko Haram. He has not defended it objectively or with every beyond reasonable doubt. As you've just listened to the governor, a sitting governor of Kaduna State, issuing threat on live video, and he has participated in facilitating Muslim ticket today, where you have the president-elect Muslims, the vice president-elect Muslim. Having made references to all this event and many more that I have not mentioned here today, these informations are in public domain. As an endangered people in Nigeria, that their territory has been occupied by the enemy forces, we have witnessed the highest degree of impunity, lawlessness, anarchy, injustice, killings, mass murder of Biafra people, and genocide on daily and weekly basis in Biafra land, being orchestrated by the Nigeria terrorist state. We are also aware that everyone has been silenced through intimidation, harassment, arrest, and extrajudicial killing, and no one has the courage to challenge the callous leaders. Therefore, it becomes imperative to take Biafra liberation to the realistic level by activating the Biafra Republic government in exile. In order to solve the insecurity, wanton killing by the Nigeria state in Biafra land, the terrorism in Sahel, and by extension in West Africa, there is need for mutual understanding. The Biafra Republic government in exile is proposing an agreement with the Nigeria state and other ethnic nationalities in Nigeria through the United Nations and the world powers, based on the undisputed differences, dangerous diversities that has led to the death of many millions of Biafran people within the Nigeria state and still counting.
You see, the earlier we understand these things, the better for us. The agitation is not for one man. It's not for one man. It's for all of us. So please, I want you to put your effort. We've listened to what our first Prime Minister, first sole Prime Minister of the Biafran in exile have said. Let's put our effort. Let's do what we need to do, because these people are not planning anything good for us. Yes, we just have to do what we have to do for our own selves. Freedom is for everybody. We need our freedom, and let it be given to us. For how long will such a thing continue to happen? For how long? For how long? When we have evidences, when we have things to show, when we have things to put up, no, we can't continue to wallow in their arms as if we are babies. No, let's what we are fighting for, let the freedom we are fighting for, let everything we are trying to put in the limelight come. That's our prayer. Let our children not come and suffer what we are suffering. No. You see, we just have to do it. There's no other person to do it. I like the efforts people are putting in to make sure all these things come to pass. Yes. And I know God will help us, and we'll achieve this. We'll realize it.
Different independent state for different nationalities in Niger area is the right thing for Biafra security, for Biafra and the West Africa security, economy, and for the future of our children. It is also the solution for lasting peace in the region and beyond. It is the most courageous decisions we can make so that Biafra government can start immediately by intervening and pulling back all Biafran nationals stranded all over the world in search of greener pasture, but has faced with the traumatizing challenges of xenophobic attack within African countries. The current one is ongoing in Tunisia. I believe the videos are out there for the event happening in Tunisia. A country that is benefiting from Biafra oil through Nigeria. Despite all the obstacles by the Nigeria state as Biafra people are struggling for exit, we are using different mechanisms to fight for the Biafra liberation. Still today, a large majority of Biafrans support the vision for Biafra exit from Nigeria as the only solution. I am one of them, and so as over 70 million unregistered Biafra people within the Niger area. We have only one solution to the insecurity, terrorism, and all the impunity, corruption that is happening in Nigeria today. This corruption and the solution to this impunity, which is the solution of the Nigeria dangerous diversity, that a future of Biafra state will be peaceful one, that the exit of Biafra will put an end to the current advancement of the Nigeria Taliban from capturing our land and forcefully converting Biafra people into Islam, and further breed more dangerous terrorists they become another terror base from which to threaten the well-being and the very existence of the West and America. The Biafra exit will give us the ability to effectively protect the security of all the citizens of Biafra at all times, within the Nigeria state, that has become impossible. We have seen how people are being massacred in other parts of Nigeria. Our fathers were murdered, starved to death. Our children were murdered, and our pregnant mothers' wombs were cut open. We want to live in peace, but only if it gives the security, the guarantee of the security of life and properties of the Biafra people, which has proved to not be possible within the Nigeria setup. When we are being threatened on a daily basis, our businesses, our lives, our property, and the means of our livelihood is being destroyed on a daily basis. Today, in Benue State, they are butchering citizens even in IDP camp because no one is staying in their villages anymore. How bad could it be? I say from here to the people of Biafra, we are ready to help you build a better life, to build an economy. We have a comprehensive plan to build Biafra. We only request for your continued unalloyed support and follow the directive of the Biafra government in exile. The old eastern region of the present Nigeria is our home. We call it, between 1967 to 1970, we call it the state of Biafra. But Biafra existed even before the Nigeria state. The Biafra war was never a mistake. It was the first attempt, and we are now making the second and the final attempt that will bring Biafra and restore our nation back to life. Those of you in Lagos must start preparation to relocate all your businesses to the eastern region, otherwise known as Biafra today. And we call upon every country to recognize that the Biafra Republic government in exile has taken the responsibility of the functionality of the role of the government that represent the Biafra people all over the world. As that Biafra remain an occupied territory by the Fulani terrorist-controlled Nigeria state, we are now responsible for the security of the people of Biafra and nation that wish well for Africa should come to talk to us. Our hands is outstretched for peace. Nigeria government hates Igbo Jews. They hate Christians. They hate women. They hate the West. They hate America. They hate innovation. They hate everything that gives lives meaning. They hate and kill fellow Muslims, even in Nigeria. Those fellow Muslims who think differently. They kill anyone that speaks the truth. Dr. Obadia Malafia from Kaduna State is a very good example of those who speak the truth that they killed. And it is of this note that I will also bring to you, just to remind you about the statement from Danjuma.
But the peace in this state is under assault. There's an attempt at ethnic cleansing in this state, and of course, in all the riverine states of Nigeria. We must resist it. We must stop it. Every one of us must rise up. The armed forces are not neutral. They collude. They collude. They collude with the armed bandits that kill people, kill Nigerians. They facilitate their movements. They cover them. if you are depending on the armed forces to stop the killings, you will all die one by one.
And that was a retired general of the Nigerian Army. A Biafrans dare not to make such statements today within the Nigeria territory. He will be arrested and killed. The Nigeria, in only to prevent what you just listened from this noble man, the only way to prevent the Nigeria Taliban and the government that fund them is to support Biafra separation. That will put a credible military threat to the table in the Sahel region. It is only a Biafra state that will have the capacity and the capability to pose a very serious threat to terrorists and the state that fund and support them within the Sahel region. Biafrans, the only nation within that region with such capacity and capability, and then, only then, will the threat against the West in the future will be gone, and gone for good. It needs to be made clear to the United Nations today. The Biafra government in exile is making it very clear to the United Nations and other world leaders and other organizations that may have interest in Nigeria. And then also, the Biafra government in exile is making it very clear to the Nigeria state today, being the 10th day of April 2023, that if the advancement of the terrorists and the Nigerian army continues in the coming weeks in Biafra land, the Biafra people will not respond with ordinary words, but with military force and actions. The Biafra government in exile is responsible for the Biafra Liberation Army. And this time around, we will not respond with the advancement of the Nigerian military in Biafra land with ordinary words on social media. Though we are really disappointed the way and manner the United Nations has reacted in the past on the plight of Biafra people and our call for referendum. Their latest comment, however, after the shambolic election, is a justification for immediate referendum in Nigeria, between Biafra and Nigeria. Failing to do this means that the UN will be held responsible in the case of a repeat of Rwanda. We are at the edge of Rwanda in Nigeria, and the comment of the United Nations election observers has confirmed this particular edge of Rwanda in Nigeria. So, in the coming weeks, the Biafra government in exile will effectively communicate with the United Nations General Assembly and other bodies that we believe needed to be communicated to. Finally, Nigeria has violated its own law of secular state by allowing Muslim ticket and went further to elect them. It is an invitation to declaration of Biafra Republic, which will be done very soon. However, we will take it step by step, one step at a time. For this reason, Nigeria must make preparation to exclude Biafra territory from a region where Muslim president and the Muslim vice president will be sworn in on the 29th of May 2023. We will become, when they become their leaders, those people that will be sworn in as Muslim vice president and Muslim president will not be validated and recognized within the Biafra territory. It will be resisted in Biafra simultaneously as we will engage every presence of the Nigeria state in Biafra land in self-defense. The actions that the Biafra people will be taking in the coming days will be geared to releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is currently being illegally detained by the Nigeria state after he was being kidnapped from Kenya and renditioned to Nigeria. They have also violated the treaty they signed with the United Nations by not honoring the call. United Nations Working Committee, Working Group on Arbitrary Detention, they call and giving ultimatum to Nigeria government to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and compensate him. This particular call and the treaty has been violated with impunity. In the coming days, like I said, our activities will be geared at releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu at all cost. At all cost. The Nigeria state, the presence of Nigeria state in Biafra land will be targeted to make sure we don't want to have anything to do with Nigeria, and we'll start back that call by engaging every presence of Nigeria state within the Biafra territory. We will start by evicting the occupiers and the killers of our people. We will also start in neutralizing every presence of the Nigeria state within Biafra territory, protecting Biafra borderline against the renewed insurgents that is now becoming a threat from our bordering state in Benue and beyond. This will be activated village to village, local government to local government, town to town, and state to state until Biafra is liberated, and it is expected to be liberated this year. My role as the Prime Minister of the Biafra government in exile is to direct the functions of the government and supervise the implementation of the government programs. And this I will do with everything in me and with the support of over 17 million Biafra people. I am here to serve, and I will give my service to the Biafra people to the fullest until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu regain his freedom and join us with the Biafra flag and independence or pronunciation of the Biafra referendum. May God bless Biafra. May God bless you. May God bless the people that support Biafra freedom. May God bless those who have wished us well. May God bless you. May God bless you. May God bless the Republic of Biafra. And may God bless the Biafra Republic government in exile and all the people that have volunteered and accepted their various positions and are already working assiduously to see us progress and so to see us get our promised land. From me, thank you, and may God bless all of you. Good night.
Yes, my people, Omonem, I greet you all. We have all heard, we have all watched, we have listened to what the Prime Minister has said. I urge all of us to do just as he has said. Let's sit tight and make sure everything comes to reality. Let's put our hands together and make sure it works. Let's try to see how to make sure what we are fighting for come to pass. Yes, it will surely come to pass, and God will do it for us. Thank you all for watching. God bless you.